Hey everyone, and welcome back to Woo Woo Wednesday, where I share my intuitive insight and weekly wisdom with you through the use of oracle cards. I'm Brittney Carmichael, the founder of Shine School and the Shine from the Inside Oracle, and I empower women to break free of the fear that stops them from shining their light. So tomorrow is a big day. We've got a new moon in Gemini, we've got a solar eclipse. It's the last of the eclipse season, so now's a really important time to set your thoughts to the desires that you have that you want to unfold in the future. This isn't about reliving the past. This eclipse is allowing us the opportunity to say, you know what, we're done with the way that we used to operate, the way that we believe, the bad habits and actions that we're gonna take, and we're gonna implement this new, more aligned, authentic version of ourselves and a more flowing, productive means to manifesting what it is that you want and managing your energy at the same time. Oh my God, I wore this Mercury retrograde shirt because, like, hello, we're in the retrograde season, but I feel like it is totally jacking up my communication. So I don't know if this was the best choice in t-shirt. So take a moment to say hello if you're watching live. Let me know where you're watching from in the comments below. And if this is your first time, I'm gonna just take a moment to say hello to everyone. Hello, Ashley. Hello, Laura. Hello, Sam. It's so good to see everyone. Hello, Jamie. Bella's here. Oh my gosh, let me see, who else? Hello, Nicole. Hello, Stephanie. It's so good to see everyone here. So thank you, thank you, thank you. So today I'm going to be pulling cards from the Shine from the Inside Oracle with a message to show us what do we need to focus on when we're clearing out our mind and setting those intentions for this new moon in Gemini. Gemini is the sign of the twins. So this is the time of really merging that old version of yourself and that authentic version of yourself, and like really finding that who are you going to be? Who are you going to show up as? Let me get this guidebook out of the way. And I also have to say, before we dive into the reading, I have an official announcement. I finally made it to TikTok. So I've been very resistant for a very long time, as I don't love being on social media, but hey, we're here, I'm here, we're doing it. So we decided, Chris and I were gonna play around with TikTok this summer, see if we like it, see if it's a better energetic investment. I thought a card just fell. I'm like, gosh, cards are already falling out. So if you're over on TikTok, you can follow me at The World by Britt. That's with one T. Leanne says, hey hun, hair looks fab. Thank you so much. I just had it done this last week by my girlfriend Jordan. Hey Ryan, it's good to see you. All right, so I'm gonna shuffle with the intention that we receive the message that we need most right now for this new moon in Gemini. This is really gonna close the chapter to the old version of ourselves, and the way that we, the way that we think right now. If we're fear-based, we're gonna create the same repetitive bullshit problem, which you've probably experienced in your life, where you have this belief about yourself that you're not worthy or good enough, or you only attract crappy partners. And you keep repeating the same cycle over and over, only to realize that you actually are worthy of love, you are amazing, and that you can break that pattern or that cycle, even if you've learned it from a parent. Maybe it's something that you witnessed, your mom or father go through, where they went through multiple partners, and so it kind of gave you this belief that love wasn't possible. Well, this is kind of saying all of those old beliefs that we accumulated, that are stored away in our subconscious, that we picked up from a very young age, are actually coming up and being resurfaced for you to examine and to ask, is this serving me now? Or can I give myself permission to do things in a new way, or to think in a new way? So the way that we think right now is gonna shape the collective of our entire community. So it's so important to keep your thoughts positive during this time, during the shift. Don't let the fear get to you. Hello, Tamika. So good to see you, babe. Okay, all right, here we go. Three cards, I'm doing it. Let me know in the comments if you're ready for this message by saying I'm ready, and we'll get this party started. Okay, whoop. Okay, 2 cards already came up. I love, and hey, here's one sticking out. We're just rolling with it. Okay, Shine from the Inside. Let's see what you have for us on this new moon in Gemini. First card is journal it out, write how you feel. This is gonna be really important for you to get out of your head and into your heart and get it onto paper, because it's so easy to lash out at people with energy that's fast, quick, anger, or based in fear. But if you give yourself permission to process and you step away before just reacting to whatever's happening in your experience, you can kind of like step back and have a higher perspective and say, you know what? I didn't realize that all this anger that I'm just throwing out at everyone actually actually stems from this one tiny little issue or this one big issue. I mean, it could be any size, but it's so important that you recognize the root of the problem rather than just reacting to the emotions that are coming up for you. So this is saying, really get clear with yourself, get out of your head and start writing from the heart. Start talking about, like, what are you excited about? You know, your dreams are just dreams if they stay in your head, but if you get them onto paper, you're a lot more likely to start taking action towards those things that you write down. Now, that's not always true. It takes a certain level of discipline and motivation, but if your goals are in alignment with who you authentically are, then you're gonna be naturally motivated to say, you know what? I see where we're going, and that seems a lot more fun or better or more aligned, so why wouldn't I want to make some of those changes? And yeah, it's gonna require effort and work, which is what I think a lot of people aren't realizing because we've been, you know, programmed to be 9-to-5 robots for other people. But when you go out into the work field to be your own boss or to go after a dream or a goal, it doesn't even have to be in business. It could be your own personal goals. It could be a wellness goal. If you have a goal, it requires work. So make sure you're choosing goals that align with what it is that you want to do with your day-to-day time. We only have so much to give. So this is saying it's time to get clear, brain dump, get it all out of your head, get clear on what you want, and figure out, how do you feel right now? Like, what's going on? Are there deeper issues that are coming up with emotions that are really bubbling over where you're like, I don't know, I'm so confused, I'm overwhelmed with feelings, and I don't know whose it is or where it's coming from. Hello, empath problems. Hello, Sarah. I'm just gonna scroll. Hello, Amy. Journaling is a great release. Yes, it is. Okay, next card for the week comes up. Change one thing today, start small. Well, there it is. It's gonna require action. If you want change, if you want growth, if you want newness in your life, then this is it. That's it. It starts with one tiny little change. All you have to do is decide. That's where we start to journal it out. Like, how do I feel? What do I want in my life? And once we make that decision, then we can make one small change. I'm not asking you to overhaul your entire life, but I will tell you that the side effects of one small change is usually a ripple effect of a massive amount of positive upliftment and change in all areas of your life. And so I want you to really think about this. When you get off the call, maybe it's like blaring you in the face right now, but when you get off this video, I want you to really think about, what's that one little thing that if I just committed to one small thing in my habits, my attitude, my belief, that would really make a difference. And you know what that thing for me was? This was over a decade. I knew that I had to quit one little habit. And if I could master the discipline to quit this one habit, then I knew I would have the discipline to go after all the bigger goals that I had in my life. And so that one thing for me, can you guys guess what it is? Was quitting drinking soda and diet soda. I had to completely eliminate that addiction that I had to create, like trying to get my energy from a liquid source. And so for me, it was changing that one small thing, and then it led to other changes in what I was choosing to put in my pantry or in my fridge and what I was putting in my body. And so I want you to think about, what's that one small thing? If that's throwing out all the products in your cupboard that have chemicals in them that aren't, you know, that are processed and not really high vibrational foods, they don't come from the ground, maybe that's the small change. Maybe the small change is that you delete Facebook off your freaking phone. Like, I don't know what it is for you, but I'm sure if you take a moment to journal it out, tune in, your soul will give you that answer. Jessica says, you always know exactly what I need to hear. Woo woo. Do what you love what you do. Absolutely. I mean, that's just it. We only have so much time, and why waste it doing things that we don't love? Like, what? Who told us that was the thing? Hello, Jordan. She made it. All right. Anything else? All right. I think I'm all caught up. Last card for the week. Oh, this is powerful. Embrace your inner divine goddess. This is a reminder that you have both masculine and feminine side, and we have been taught really to lean on our masculine side about hustling and forcing and really pushing it and having to constantly achieve and go get it. But the truth is, if you want to embrace your inner divine goddess, you're gonna have to do the complete opposite of what you've been doing, and that's take a step back, relax, trust, surrender. This is starting to sound like the shift course I'm creating for you guys right now on how to navigate the change that comes when you are leaving behind the old and embracing the new, whether that be in your personal life, whether that be in your business life, or most importantly, when you embark on that spiritual journey of self-discovery, you create a massive shift and a transformation begins to happen, and people start to freak out and they lose patience and trust during that time. So that's really how you want to embrace your inner divine goddess, is learn to go with the flow, is to learn to say yes when you mean it and no when you don't. It's about setting boundaries. It's about reclaiming your power and not looking for your worth in validation and other people's opinions. This is saying to embrace your feminine side, you need to ask for help. You need to start getting creative, and you need to start getting sensual. Start moving your body, start dancing, like give yourself a massage, like reconnect with this sacred temple that you have, and you'll be surprised how much energy, love, and I don't know, just energy, like that's the word. That's like, you can cultivate so much energy when you put the effort and work into loving your full self, body included. Totally been immersing myself in my goddess lately. Heck yes, Ashley. That's exactly why we host the goddess retreats, is to really activate all the different chakras and all the different areas in your life that make up the complete whole, so that you don't feel out of balance, that you don't feel overwhelmed, and that you don't feel like you're constantly over giving. It's so important to create space for you to fill up your cup, and so many women feel guilty for that. And that's where you're doing it wrong. And I'm here to remind you and empower you that it's so important for you to take care of yourself first, so that you can then serve others. This is about serving others, but we can only do that when we serve ourselves, because no one's gonna do it for us. And if we're gonna step up and be a leader and be a healer or a teacher or a helper, then we have to know that if we're teaching them to take care of themselves, they're sure as heck not gonna be able to take care of us. So when we put those expectations on others that aren't stepping into a role that we've chosen to, then we have to let go of that expectation and that standard that we have, and thinking that it's going to be reciprocated. When you're a giver, you don't necessarily receive from the same source that you've given to. So you have to be open to receive in different areas. So many people cut themselves off from receiving from an external source that maybe they never gave to, and they're like, no, I don't deserve it, I've never helped you, or I didn't just directly give to you, so I can't receive it. But that's the way this flow works, and you cut off the cycle and you mess up the system when you're constantly giving, but not allowing yourself to receive from all areas in which it's trying to pour into you. Shauna says, true. Oh, so good to see you. I know you're here live. I love it. Okay, let me see. I love that. Lean into your feminine. Yes, I've been practicing this. Yeah, so one of the things that you might want to do, and there's so many different ways, and if some of these things make you uncomfortable, then good, because that means it's activating your resistance to being feminine. That may be putting on some lingerie and being sexy. And if you don't have a partner, I don't care. This is for you. I want you to get in front of the mirror naked. I want you to tell your body how much you love it. I want you to give yourself like a head to toe, like, girl, like you're looking good. And I want you to send love to the parts of your body that you're resisting right now. I mean, that's a great start in like including the body in your self-love and activating your divine feminine. Of course, flow, and I feel like flow is the biggest thing. Is you're gonna have to learn what your boundaries are, so that you know how to navigate that flow and you don't go overflow, if you know what I'm saying. All right, any other thoughts, questions, ideas that have popped up for you today here on Woo Woo Wednesday? I want to know what card resonated with you the most. Is it journal it out, write how you feel? Are you in the feels right now and you are a little overwhelmed and not sure how to make clarity and sense of it all? Then pull out your journal and just start writing. And for all the perfectionists, I want you to just scribble a little scribble in the corner. Just mark up the page, get it all messed up so that you can get it over with and just start writing. That's the biggest problem and resistance I see when people say, I don't know how to journal. Everybody knows how to write. We went to kindergarten, y'all. So like you just squiggle on the corner and then just start writing. I feel ... That's it. I feel blank. I feel sad. Sit there. Don't fucking walk away. Sit there and say, okay, let me explore. Why do I feel sad? Well, I feel sad because Tammy is a jerk at work. Well, what does that represent? Tammy reminds me of my mom. Oh, okay, mom issues. Like, why do I feel this way about my mom? And just let it be this dialogue with your own brain, because you're rambling on and you can't really like single in and focus, and you go down this big spiral rabbit hole that you don't even realize. So get it out of your system and get it onto paper. And the next one was change one thing, start small today. What is the one small thing you're gonna change today that's gonna make a difference and an impact in your life? So leave that in the comments below, because I wanna know, what's that one small thing? So hold on, I gotta be accountable too. Boom, I know what it is. The one small thing that I changed today is that I started my TikTok account. I am excited to share more wisdom and rituals and woo-woo witchy things over on TikTok with you guys. I've been really resistant to it because, you know, as I mentioned earlier, I don't love the social medias, but I am giving myself the summer to explore it and to try new things. So everything here in the Carmichael household during retrograde is up for review, and we are asking ourselves with every action that we take, do we love this? Is this aligned? And are we having fun with it? And if the answer is no, we're gonna just ditch it and do something new. So we're trying out TikTok. If it stinks, we'll be out. But for now, come follow me over at The World by Britt. Or the last card for this week was Embrace Your Inner Divine Goddess. Which card resonates with you? Yay, TikTok. I know. I'm like excited, but like, I have to do it, but it's totally fine. I think it'll be so fun to share more of this wisdom with everyone. Yes, I've been doing a lot of personal boundary work lately, and I have so much more energy now that I've created the space for myself. Yes, I had someone reach out in my email recently, and they were saying like, my family is toxic, I'm surrounded by negativity, like help, what do I do? Like, you gotta get out of that environment. If you're not able to thrive in the place, like if you think about plants, which is really interesting, because I had this, I'm gonna show you guys, hold on. Okay, so, I have this plant here, and I bought it, and it was just like 2 or 3 little leaves when I first bought it. And I had it about 2 years ago when we moved into this place, because we have all this light, and all I wanted was to grow plants. And so I bought this plant, and it was a little baby, and then it grew over the course of 1.5 years or so. And then in the last few months, it stopped growing, and it started to turn yellow, and I was doing all the same things. And I'm like, I don't understand what's wrong. Like, I'm doing the same things. And that's when it hit me, because Chris and I have been saying lately, when we up level in our own personal and spiritual life, you have to realize that the actions, habits, and beliefs that got you to that point in your life or your goal or your business is not the same that you're gonna need to get to that next level. And that's what I learned with working with the plants, is that I was doing the same things, water, you know, sunlight, singing to it and petting it a little and saying how much I love it and doing all the things, right? But what I didn't realize is that it had outgrown its pot. Its roots had reached its limit, and it had nowhere else to go. And that is probably why you feel suffocated. It's because you are in an environment that no longer supports the growth that once did. It once got you to this level, but now you're ready for more. So maybe that's changing your environment. Maybe that's changing your job. Maybe that's changing your attitude. I don't know what it is for you, but change is necessary. It is the only constant. And this plant taught me that all it needed to thrive was a bigger pot. And so I moved it to a little bit bigger size pot, planted it, and just immediately started taking off. And now you guys can see, like, and it started leaning all wonky sideways. I'm like, what is wrong with this guy? Look, I mean, you can see it still has like a little, but hey, we don't need it perfect here. But this is what I'm saying, like, this thing is thriving now because I changed the pot. And guess what? I get to do those same things, but just in a slightly different way. So maybe you need to make some small changes, and that's why this card, change one thing today, start small, showed up for you. So have the courage to do it. I know it's possible for you. You deserve to have the best life that you can imagine to live. And if you're not happy, you're doing it wrong. And that's just a plain and simple truth. And if you don't like it, then you're welcome. TikTok is lucky that it's getting your energy. Oh, I know. That's really the ultimate motivator, is that if we're on platforms that are like not doing the best at getting the message out there, then maybe we need to look at other platforms that will help to spread the message of self-love and empowerment. So that's kind of the motivating force behind it. So you always want to remember your why when you are taking action and changing things up. All right, anything else? Okay, I think we're all set for this week. I hope you have a beautiful new moon tomorrow in Gemini, and we've got a solar eclipse, so it's the last of the eclipse. Let all of the BS wash away. Don't resist it. Just say thank you, goodbye, I appreciate you, I love you, I forgive you. Peace out, and then welcome the new, because it's gonna feel like you can finally breathe a sigh of relief. So I hope you've enjoyed this Woo Woo Wednesday. If you know a soul sister who would love it, please tag them below, share the video, and let me know what is that small change you're gonna make in the comments below. And I will catch you guys next week. Peace. Bye guys.